Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 to make the best game ever. Good, so last session we did create a change here for some performance optimization in particle system, and VC6 builds are failing. Great. Let's try to figure out what the problem is. Yeah. So when we looked at it in the last session, we had no clue. Well, I didn't have a clue. Maybe you did. I didn't have a clue what the problem is. And I still don't. So there's a problem in hash table. Well, I mean, it is our use. It's not the hash table itself that has a problem. Compiling class template member function. Unsigned int. Hash table. Enum consts. Const class enum particle system ID struct. Oh, God damn it. Num key const enum unsigned int. Can we see somehow which line exactly fails? Failed. So it does tell us the object file, it tells us the compile options, but it doesn't tell us the line that this is failing at. Why? Okay, let's just switch the branch. Yeah. So, particle sys. Failed to open. God damn it. Particle sys. Find particle system. There we go. Good. So but we don't know if it's this function that is failing. So it could be this. I have the suspicion that it's maybe the erase function. This one. Could that be? Let me see. Unordered map. Well, let's look for map erase. Map erase. Map erase. Key. Since when does this exist? There's a key. Since always, I guess. System erase, system ID. I would assume that this works, but oh, why is this failing? Okay, let's do the following test. We open CMake builds. We open CMD. We open CD, D, Oh boy. There we go. And then we do this here, and then we have VC6, and we build 0 hour, and generals off. Everything else is off. Only 0 hour. Okay, fantastic. Then we take this garbage here, configure, and then we wait, and then and then we do a .vc6 clean. Yeah. Okay. And let's have a build, and then once we hit the error here, we will start to remove things that interact with this hash map to figure out which exactly causes a problem. Is it this one? Is it the erase? Or is it the find? What is it? I suspect it's... Oh, it could also be .size. I suspect it's this one here, the erase. Fairly confident it's this, because it looks very specific, you know, like being able to pass a non-iterator type to erase something from a container is unusual. Like you can't do it with a vector or with a list. So a map and set would be the only options really. So I wouldn't be surprised if SDL port it didn't have this feature, this function. In which case, you would have to do a find. System map find iterator and then pass the iterator to the erase function. And maybe that fixes the problem. Which would be essentially doing the same thing. It's just written differently. No. Good. We need to wait. Okay, it did fail. And it did fail with this exact error. Fantastic. Then we do the following. We comment out this erase. And then we do another build. And that has also failed. Then let's try the next line. Let's try this one. And that has also failed. Okay, what's next? Well, let's do this. Okay. Okay, it's somehow this. Is it the concentrator? What is it? Fine. ID. Particle system ID, hash map. What's the problem? Is it a concentrator? Let me search for find. 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 Hash ID. Hash ID. Find. Hash. This hash. Maybe we need to need to supply an RTS hash here. RTS hash particle system ID. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see, that would compile. Let's close the game. Failed. Term does not evaluate the function. RTS hash enum operator. Boah. Hash. Name key type. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Then I see. Then we need to explicitly add this bullshit here. So particle sys. So it's particle system ID. Enum. Okay. Then we go to STL type devs. And we put this shit here. And then, oh boy. Spikers add to do hash yeah, why is this necessary? Necessary. TP. So the hasher, it does not understand enums. Hash enum hashes can be removed after abandoning VC6. Good, then we create a copy of this. And we put this in here. That's it, hash unsigned int. Can we just say would it be possible to put this into using STL port and then remove this? And if then we don't need the comment. Yeah, maybe we can do that. Let's see if that compiles. No, error, term does not evaluate the function. Enum operator does not evaluate a function. Does not evaluate a what? Struct hash. Okay, if def1 okay, let me see if that compiles here. Okay, surprisingly, this problem is a bit bigger than I thought it would be. Very strange. Very strange. Very strange. Okay. Good. While we wait for this, let's see if we can look at this here. Optimize for caching, vector length to redundant calls. Blah blah. Save to merge, save for performance, blah blah blah. Okay. Good. Then, while we wait for the compilation, let's take a look at this guy here. How did you conclude they are scripted events? Wouldn't all AI commands be subject to use in script events? By observing script actions for them in the word builder and looking at the code paths for these behavioral states. For starters, I've only ever seen that entered via scripted events as it pertains to pre-existing waypoint path. There are also seemingly no way to achieve aggressive waypoint path behavior with player-controlled units. Blah blah, called via blah. They rely on the AI state's mood matrix to return blah, which is not possible. Okay. Okay, all this tells me nothing. Okay, I would simply say okay, I did not follow and study this. I trust that I trust that your judgment is I trust that your judgment is appropriate. Although trust is, I mean, it's always better to double check. I really don't know how to look at these things. Let me look at this. Okay, so let's pause review real quick. Let's continue with this here. So this one compiles. That's interesting. So modern C++ has no issue with this, but this one does. Why? Error. Term does not evaluate to a function. 124. 124. 124. Why is it here? It's... No, I don't understand. I think it says term does not evaluate a function while compiling class template member function. Term does not evaluate to a function. What does that mean? Oh man, why can't we figure this out? Let me search for hash this. Yeah. So this one is used, and then there's equal to. Equal to. Equal to. Equal to. I don't know if that's necessary. Term does not evaluate a function. So RTS hash. Let's do here RTS equal to this. Okay. Okay, let's see if that will compile. Probably not. No. Term does not evaluate a function. 122. 122. So it's complaining about this line, that this does not evaluate to a function. Why not? It looks like a function. What's the problem? Struct hash operator hash tmp. I don't understand the problem. Let me do a full rebuild. If it works for the other hash maps, then what we just added should work as well, right? Very strange. Okay, looks like this actually does work now. So I think that hash, yeah. So I think that we can remove this now. Okay, that works. Fantastic. Then let's double check that this actually also compiles. Good. Then we reset these here. And then fix VC6 compiler. Let's say here we say commit. Let's go. Yep. Okay. Good. I think that will be fine. Let's push that. Okay. Then store the container size. Yes, say there. fix nasty VC6 compiler run. Good. That's fine. Then the next step, let's get back to this review here. So let me take a look at this guy here. Follow waypoint. Tag move to position. Attack position. Tag follow waypoint path. Okay, we trust your judgment. Let's say that. Good. And then tweak. Chat AI updates. Chat AI updates. Okay. Proof. Okay. So that one is approved. Good. I think this looks promising. All right. Then the next change. I was thinking that maybe we should merge the tank and the truck draw files before we apply this refactoring and this change there, where we do where we replace the particle system pointers with the particle system IDs for safer lookups. Before we do this, maybe we should merge those files. So let me see, compare. It will be game engine device, include game client. Oof. Here, these guys. They are already very matching. Look at that. Oh, that's not too bad. Overlord truck draw. Okay. if we get this one here, we could like get all of these guys, maybe, to core. That's all right. Let's look at the CPPs. Game client, module, draw. Shaders. Okay, there's not much difference here. There's Overlord Aircraft Draw and some other shit. Let's see, how much is in here? Hash map. Okay, that's interesting. They removed the equal to here. They changed it from hash map to SCD map. Why did they do that? Huh, interesting. From hash map to SCD map, why? They need like a stable. Let me see. So we merge that over. Transition map. Huh. What was the reason for that? Particles attached to animated bones. Okay, it's not too much. Let's see what the CPP says. A useful tool for finding missing INI entries in the weapon bound block. Okay, let's copy that over. Receives dynamic lights, true. Particle attached to animated bounds. Okay. If draw, the vast majority of these should be true. Oh boy, what is all this garbage here? This is original transform. Bone transform. What is all this commented code here? What is this? Render object. Objects. Transform. Okay, I don't quite understand what this change is about. They totally fat fingered here all the tabs as usual. I have no idea what's going on here. Why is this different? I have no idea. Bone transform. Bone transform. Bone transform, get translation, v pause. Pause. Orientation. I don't know what this does here. Update bones for client particle systems. Before it took a transform from render object, then identity matrix, it scaled it, and then it set the transform. Okay, I don't know what the changes, but I guess we just take it and we'll be happy. Except for the commented code, fuck that. Good. We can remove the commented code. Okay. Oh boy. Train decal shadow texture. Decal shadow texture. Ray size. What the hell happened here? Some bollocks here. Absolute bollocks. Fully obscured by shroud. Fully obscured by shroud. Okay. It's an animation frame, whatever. Okay. Okay. Index +1. Why did they rewrite it like this? Isn't this exactly the same? +1, smaller equal height count. Index. Why did they change that? I don't understand. I'm inclined to say we put this back. Generals. Oh man. Dependency. What the hell is that? Do draw module. Okay, whatever. Does something. MTX. Just transform matrix. Okay. Okay, is that all? Yeah. So if we so the question is, can we move these files? I don't think so. These guys here. Overload aircraft draw. Overload aircraft draw. Yeah. Well, maybe it works. Maybe. Let's go to main branch. And let's create a new branch and call it Unify W3D draw. W3D device draw. And then, yeah, I don't understand why it uses a map instead of a hash map now. There must be some reason for this, right? Pristine bone info map. Pristine bones. Why was this changed to a map? Pristine bones. It's really hard to say why they did that. Phone name. Maybe it was better with a map. I don't know. It seems so random. There must have been some reason. I don't know what the reason was. Maybe they thought they have a good reason, but then it was bad. I don't know. Oh man, this looks horrible here. Yeah. Yeah. Projectile index. Good. Let's just take it. Let's see if it compiles. So we take a generals. And we take off this one. Generates. Okay, so here everything has worked now. Fantastic. Oh, that took a long time. 60 seconds. Jesus. Good. So we want to see if generals is still compiling, yeah. And then and if it does, then maybe we can also move some of the files. Yeah. So by the way, we should probably build and debug. Let me do a clean solution. So, while we wait for that, let's see if we can review something. How about we look at this guy here? Fix window animations to scale with display resolution. Okay, bug, minor, GUI. ZH. Scale horizontal constant. Oh, why is this a virtual function? What? Display? Do we have other comments already here? No. Use gate pixel constants for slowdown, threshold, and velocity. Init animate window. Static cast. Why is this doing static cast? Okay. This seems weird to me here. How often is this used? 1, 2. This seems way too specific to warrant a. Seems way too specific to warrant a virtual function in this class. Make it local code in window, in process animate window. This looks way too specific to run virtual functions in the display class. Yeah, this should be a virtual function. Good, and then here, slide from right. Init animate window. Vertical. Okay, I see what he does there. He wants to scale these guys, these values here, these constants, with a screen height, yeah, and width, yeah. Okay, it makes sense. Maybe he put it there because of these here. Default display width. Where is this? No, it's in game defined. It should be well accessible everywhere. Yeah. No, to me it looks like this should be local. Yeah. And then minus 40. Minus 40. Slow down threshold. Slow down threshold. What is slowdown threshold? Why is it an integer? it's used in integer context. Fair enough. Let's compile, by the way. So I think his thinking here is spot on. That looks like the reasonable thing to do to scale these guys. Or Maxwell, init Max, it would be good to still have everything initialized to something in the constructor. Constructors. Well, yeah, slowdown ratio. It's documented here. Okay, well, that's fine. travel distance. I wonder if there's a different way to do this. Alternatively, you could also just scale these values here and leave the 40, leave the minus 40, 80 in the constructor here with the width and height. Yeah, I would have just left these guys in the constructor as is, don't touch this, and then here just scale it by the display width and heights. And that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, but otherwise it looks correct. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. This needs changing for the others. Yeah, either initialize it to 0 or just put this back as it was. Don't touch the constructor and instead just scale here. That's it. So put these here in helper functions, like local helper functions in the CPP. Make it local code. Press animate window.cpp. Okay, that will be my feedback. Submit review. Good. So we have a compile error. Imitate stealth lock. Oh, drawable has no member. Imitate stealth lock. Drawable. Game engine include game client. Drawable. Let's search for imitate stealth lock. Okay, and then drawable. Of course, it can't find it again. Oh, this class is long. So imitate stuff. Look, line 1127. 1127. There. It's strange that it was unable to find this with a search, right? Okay, good. Then let's see if that would compile. Got a bunch of spelling errors here. Current virtual functions, new virtual functions. This is supposed to cause a crash. I'm unable to reproduce it. Maybe it does not crash 100%. But will. It is undefined behavior. Consult with goldfish if in doubt. I think good. Still compile our. Oh boy. Set receives dynamic lights. Set receives dynamic lights. Set receives. Yeah, I don't understand why it cannot find these searches that we put in there. There's something bugged in this application. And I don't understand what that is. Like it should find this. So it's line 577. Good, this looks pretty straightforward. And receives dynamic lights. Does not find that. It looks like it only searches on this side. It never searches on the other side. How do we make it search on the other side? Ah, we have to literally start search here. Ah, the search only is for one of these sites, but it doesn't tell. You know, the problem with this design is they should have made this like docked in the corner, so it's obvious that this one relates to this window, because you can move it here, but the search only accounts for the other side. It doesn't account for the side that it sits over, right? So they should have docked it, because it's really not obvious how this works. Yeah. But okay. Looks like we need to merge drawable as well. How much is different there? Quite a bit. Yeah. Receives dynamic lights. Should probably add it here, like this. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's see if that compiles. There. We didn't save the other file. Or did we? Jesus. It does have it here. What's the problem? I don't understand what the problem is. It should be there. It wasn't saved. Okay. Oh, it's a very fast response here. Top response time. Is there a possibility that these function could be useful in other pieces of UI code? That's the main reason I did it that way. Possibly, but it's also too simple. But it's also very simple code that can just be at different places. Yeah. Perhaps name yourself Toff Works so that your GitHub name is recognizable. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, there's more ambient sounds. What? Did we remove something here? I think we removed something. Did we did? Oh boy. Right. Reset. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, let's do like this. See dynamic lights. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Why does this look so weird? Why is the formatting so weird? What? What is this? Imitate. Why does this look so weird here? What is this? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I guess that's good. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, good. Compiles. I think I will end it here. Let's finish this next session. So basically, first merge these. We need to test this a bit, and then remove a bunch of files. Yeah, bunch of files that we can move. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Good, and I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night until next time. Goodbye.